Well, hi everyone, it's Bronnie here again for another day in Bronnie's world, and it's Tip Tuesday in my part of the world. And it is day 1055. Would you believe it that I've been coming to you with a daily tip? Well, I have a really, really special guest for you today. This lady, oh, it took me a long time to ask her to be my guest. And look, I thought I had internet issues and all sorts of issues. But this girl, she's not only had that, she's had pipes burst in her house. She's had all sorts of things going on. But you know what? I love Linda. She is full of energy. She's who I want to be when I grow up. She might be younger than me, that's okay. But she observed, I can't even say that word, absorbed, puts out so much energy out there. She's full of life. She has a heart for the Lord like I do, which I love, and it shines through. And it doesn't matter when and where I hear her speak and talk, she always has a really great message. But today I asked Linda, like I have asked all my guests, particularly their first time round, to share a bit of their story, the story that they want you to hear, and that hopefully you can resonate with. And Linda has lots of stories. I don't know which one she's going to pull out of the hat today. Oh, hey, she hasn't put her hat on. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you all the wonderful things about her. You will find them out yourself. You will figure them out. You will see just from hearing her speak what it is that I love about Linda Tyler. And she is just epic. Everyone in Youngevity loves her, and a lot of people outside Youngevity says she just doesn't just do this. So with no further ado on this Tip Tuesday, I'm going to hand the floor over to my glorious, wonderful, blessed sister in the Lord, Linda Tyler. Go, take it away, Linda.
Thank you so much, Bronnie. You are amazing. I can't believe you've done this. What is it, 1052?
1055.
1,000. That's right. Don't let me
Today's
short
1055.
1,055. Wow, what a great leader you are. I am just honored to be here. And I know there have been some challenges along the way before I could get on, but thank you for being patient with me. I was like, oh, she's going to give up on me, and I didn't want you to. But sometimes life happens, and we just got to kind of navigate through those challenges. And here I am, so honored to be with you and
yeah, I just go with the flow.
Share with you and share with your listeners and viewers. And I just say welcome everyone, and I'm excited to be here. And so I guess you want to start with my story. I am a mom. I'm a mompreneur, as they would say. I love, love, love people. I love God, of course, first and foremost, who is definitely the head of my life. And, when I think about what stands out to me before I even get to Youngevity, it's my faith, that I have faith in not only this company, but in life, and in you, Bronwyn, and many other people that are just looking for something special to impact their life, to impact people and make a difference. And that's where I am, in my journey, in my walk. I've been, I used to be a school teacher. Many people don't know that.
I didn't.
Yes, I was a school teacher about 20 years ago. And I quit within 3 years because I knew I needed to start a business. I wanted a better life for my daughter. I have a daughter who is 32 years old. She's a world-renowned author now. But back then, I was like, wow, I just want more for her. And as a school teacher, you didn't make much money. It's amazing. They'll pay basketball players and football players and soccer players millions of dollars, but the people that shape the minds of this world, they want to pay you $50,000, and that's before taxes. And so I knew
Which is
it
wrong,
wasn't.
isn't it?
It's so wrong. It's egregious, really. You know, you'll pay people millions of dollars for entertainment, but to shape our babies' minds and hearts to be great people who are going to forge ahead and be the foundation of our country, you want to pay people. That's why so many people don't teach anymore. And then our school systems are at a disadvantage because of, how, and I'm not sure if it's like that in your country, but it is here in the United States, where they just pay you pennies and you expect people to live, and then they got to go on and do something else because it's just, it's barely enough to live on. And so I quit my job, and how I got started with Youngevity is I was in another opportunity, and then Youngevity acquired our company. But I was going to quit. I was going to leave because I don't like, I'm not good with change, believe it or not. I'm just really not. But I had a very serious bout of vertigo. It was horrible. I was on a merry-go-round 24/7, and I was sleeping sitting up for almost 2 years. And I knew nothing about this company called Youngevity, nothing. I'm a Google person. So of course, when I heard about it, I looked it up. I'm like, oh my gosh, what could this company do for me? Well, because I was one of the top leaders in the other company, they wanted us to come out to California and meet them. And I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. No. And I kept saying I wasn't going to do it, but God spoke to me, Holy Spirit spoke to me and said, you should go. I didn't know why. I was just like, what? And it was down to 2 weeks before. It was January. I can't remember of the year, but it was in January, I remember. And it was the middle of January, and they were bringing us out there to meet the Wallachs and Dr. Wallach and the company and all of that. And I was just like, I'm not going. This is not going to happen. And 2 weeks before, Holy Spirit was like, okay, well, you decide to do what you want to do, but you really need to go. So anyway, needless to say, I lost that battle. And, and I ended up getting on a plane. I went to California, and I began to hear Dr. Wallach's message. And I was like, floored, blown away. Now, remember, the reason that I had vertigo is I refused to take medication from a doctor because I was like, no. I woke up at 40 years old. This is like 14 years ago. And I'm like, the world is spinning. Maybe it was more like 16 years ago. And the world was spinning. And I was like, no, there's something wrong here. I wasn't born with this. Tell me what I need. They couldn't tell me anything. So I just lived with it, horribly so. But when I slept sitting up, it didn't get so bad. So I hear Dr. Wallach's message. He wasn't talking about vertigo specifically, but just talking about when the body has the right vitamins, minerals, and nutrition, it has the power to heal itself of anything. And I was like, I knew it. Holy Spirit was like, I told you should have came. And so I'm sitting there, and I run up to Dr. Wallach after his presentation. I was like, hi, Dr. Wallach. My name is Linda Tyler, and I have vertigo. He's like, oh, Linda, people are dying. He's like, you have a calcium deficiency. And he gave me these products. He said, take these products. I took the products. And after living with it for 2 years, in 10 days, it was gone. And I was like, whoa. I was like, this is amazing. And I was hooked. I began to tell the world about Youngevity, about how you don't have to have diabetes or high blood pressure or kidney problems or any of those issues, that with proper nutrition, it improves yourself. We don't say that we cure anything, of course, but it improves your health where you would think you wouldn't have it. But, these are the things that just inspire my soul to help people, to make a difference, to help them believe that more is possible in their health, in their finances, in their wealth. And that's what I absolutely aspire to do every day, to help people to achieve and be the greatest version of themselves.
Yeah, well, see, you're talking about what Doc Wallach says, and he says it all the time. God gave us a body. He created a body that can heal itself, but we have to give it what it needs.
Yes.
And I believe that, and I often say to my viewers, if you are not using the tools that are there for you to use, to whether it's you want to heal, whether it's your wealth or what it is, then you're missing out. And I believe in my heart that Doc Wallach is one of those tools that God has given us to
Yes.
show us the way how to heal ourselves from a natural point of view without all these harsh drugs and stuff. And you just proved it yet again. But again,
Yes.
God does the work, but and our bodies do the work, but it can't do it if we don't give it what it needs.
Absolutely.
And we don't
Absolutely.
get rid of all the things that it shouldn't be having.
Absolutely. And it's true, because your body can't function properly. God made us a certain way to have all the things that we need, but we deplete them and then we have to put them back in. And so these are the things that are necessary for you to have the greatest health, to live to at least 120, as the Bible says.
Yeah.
And so that you can really have an amazing quality of life. And, with the good food, bad food list, the proper nutrition, we can't lose. And it's an amazing journey to be on. And so once that happened for me, I was just able to share this mission with so many people. I've helped, tens and thousands of people over the past about 14, 15 years. And it's just blessed my soul, and it's been an amazing journey. I'm so excited about it.
And that's the beauty, isn't it? It's not just helping ourselves, it's the people that we can help to change their lives, whether it's their health or their wealth, or just even their emotional well-being, just being part of a community that love on each other, right?
Right. And, Bronwyn, there's greatness on the inside of each and every one of us. Just like you said, God put it inside of us, and it lies dormant within the essence of who we are. And we need someone that can be the catalyst to create an explosion in our lives so that people can, soar to the highest heights of success. We got to realize that desire, we were born with it. We're endowed with it. It's waiting on us to just say yes, that it's waiting on us to give it a chance so that we can succeed, saying yes to our health, saying yes to our financing, saying yes to our wealth. And it's an opportunity to help us soar as a community. We're in it to win it together. And that's what it is. It's greatness on the inside of each and every one of us to just be ignited by someone like you, Bronnie. You ignite people. You've been doing it, 1,055 Zooms, and you're just igniting greatness on the inside of people. And I think that there's no greater gift than to be able to do that, to inspire that, to aspire to that, because everyone has it. They just need the right person to bring it out.
Absolutely. And it's not just in our longevity business that you thrive. I've seen you help people. Well, I've heard, I should say, because I haven't physically seen you do it, but you've helped people in whatever line of business they're in. Like, I've heard you, and I'd love you to share this story of this. I think we call them kindergartens here where I live, or preschool, or whatever it is, or daycare. You help this
Yes.
lady that look, I'm not going to say anymore. Can you tell that story? Because I love that story, and it shines through who you are and who all of us in this company try to be. To everyone. We're not just there to help them with their health and their wealth. We're there, and I'm a certified holistic health coach, and our aim is to help people in all areas of their life. And that story really resonated with me because you weren't helping her from a longevity point of view. You were helping her with that part of her life, what she was in at the time. So Can you share that story? Because I love it. I love that
Oh,
story.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, I mentor young girls and I just mentor anyone who really just strives to be better or they're looking for something. And so there was a woman who has a daycare center and a friend of mine said, you need to talk to Linda Tyler. I think she can help you because they know children is one of my specialties. I have a book coming out, The Ultimate Guide to Bringing Out the Champion in Your Child. And so they were like, I think Linda can help you. So she has this daycare center. She is an African-American woman. And I tell you that because it is essential to the story that I'm going to tell you. And
Yeah.
so she calls me and she says, I got another daycare center. She had one in her home. And then she went out and bought this gorgeous facility. It was beautiful. When I went there, the little campus was very beautiful. And she says, but it is in a community that is not African American. It was Caucasian and Hispanic. And she was just like, and it's not working. And she felt that it was a prejudiced issue. So she says, will you come meet with me? I say yes, because I can assess a situation very quickly to figure out, okay, is this what you, and I do know and I think you know as well, prejudices do exist. So I don't minimize that. And so I went to meet with her and I sit down with her.
But it's not always the case.
It's not always the case. Absolutely.
I don't look at people's color of people's skins. We're all God's children.
And that's what exactly, but she was. And so I walk in and I begin to listen to her. And this is before I even walked around the facility to see what I saw and what happened. And she began to tell me her sob story, victim story. Oh, she did this and she did that. And I said, well, you clearly made some impulsive decisions in buying this without doing your due diligence, without figuring out who. You have to know your audience. You got to know, just like in what we do at Youngevity, you got to know who you're talking to. Tom Chenault said it beautiful this morning. He was amazing on my Zoom this morning. And he said, if you're talking to somebody and they're telling you that, oh, I love your sports drink. And then you go and start talking to them about trading, you're doing them a disservice and an injustice. You're not even speaking to their listening. You got to put yourself in a position where you're speaking to someone's listening. So she's telling me all this stuff. And I said, I already see the problem. This is not a prejudicial problem. I said, you made some mistakes, but this is something that you can turn around. I already saw it. I was like, you have a beautiful campus here. I said, but you're missing some ingredients. And I began to tell her some of the things that she was missing. And she began to take notes and she was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And then I went around and I met some of the teachers and I was like, no, I told her, I said, you need to have a higher seminar for teachers every quarter. That way that you even have them in a cycle of maybe they're on hold or standby just in case you need them. And then I began to tell her, there was nothing on the walls. Kids thrive on color. I'm like, no. You need to put up some pictures on the wall. I said, even as a parent, this is the little area that the parents come in. There should be stuff all around the wall saying dream, succeed, I can do it. As a parent, I want to be inspired that my child is in the right place. And there should be that when they walk into that room, that they see things on the walls and all around them that says, my child is in the right place. And I told her, I said, you're looking at the wrong thing. This is not about the color of anyone's skin. This is about what you're providing. And I said, if this was me, and you told me I couldn't come in and help my little Tommy or Jamie or Brittany, my daughter's name is Brittany, to hang up her coat, I would be looking to take my child somewhere else. And so I began to minister to her. And so she sent me something on New Year's. We are taking all of your suggestions into consideration. We are getting this place beautified and ready for a wonderful grand opening in January. And she had been in business doing this for over a year. She had over 150 students and it dropped down to 30. And I told her, I said, I see why. And so to be able to lift people up and let her know, see, you got to tell people the truth, Bronnie. You can't just sugarcoat it. Because I could have walked in there and said, oh, you're right. Sell the place. You're not going to be able to make it here. I told her, I said, if you did everything that you could do, if I saw this place and it was beautiful and you were inspiring children and doing your part and you were having this problem, I'd say, okay, let's consider that. I said, but you haven't even tapped the surface of what you're capable of. Now it's time for you to step up to the plate. Show you don't have to worry about, there are many people, I mentor kids.
Yeah.
Parents pay me $100 per hour. People are like, well, why do they do that? Because I'm the best. You got to know that that you're the best at what you do. And I told her, I said, you will have no problem with any competition if you're the best. What I'm seeing right now is not the best. And so as a result, you got to step up to the plate, be the best, walk in excellence. And that's people in longevity and out of longevity, whatever it is that you're doing, strive to be the best, and people will pay you what you're worth. If you're in business for yourself. And that's what I want to bring out of people. Know your value, know your worth, because they'll be like, oh, well, some people, they do what you do and they get only $15 an hour, 20. Well, that's how they see themselves. I'm great. I can take any student, take them from D's and E's to A's and B's and inspire their thinking to let them know that all things are possible. I've never had a student that failed because I know how to tap into their potential. And that's what we have to do as leaders, tap into the potential of others, whether they're adults, whether they're children's, tap into their potential.
Absolutely. And straight away, when you're telling that story, I'm thinking, when my kids were little, if the place wasn't welcoming to me, how's it ever going to be welcoming to my children?
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
we actually had a very not nice experience with our eldest, and and sadly, I didn't take him out soon enough.
I know.
And the damage that was done still plays on him today, and he's 40. And
Wow.
it still breaks my heart that he turned from a beautiful, loving child to one who, and he's still a beautiful, loving child, don't get me wrong.
Of course.
But he gets hurt so often, and he shouldn't. I was scared. I was a scared young mum who, everyone told me what I should and shouldn't do, and it took me a long time to stand my ground and say no.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the best for my kids, and everyone's telling me that I'm dumb, stupid, idiot, never amount to anything. So how would I know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I talk about this in my book, and because I had an experience where I didn't take my daughter out of school, but I didn't address it soon enough. She told me some stuff and I'm just like, oh, and I was a young mother too. I had my daughter at 20, young, very naive, mom. And so and so my daughter would come home and say, Mom, this teacher doesn't like me and I don't understand. And luckily I only let it go on for 6 weeks. I called her father. We were divorced, but we always presented at United Fronts. He came to parent teacher conferences, all of that. And I said, listen, we need to go meet with this teacher. And it turned out, because my daughter was the only African-American young girl in the gifted and talented program, the only one. And it turned out the teacher was prejudiced. She was, which I didn't know. And I couldn't understand it because my daughter, she's so outgoing and amazing and sweet. And she's in the 4th grade, and went to meet with her. And I told that woman, I said, if I ever have to come up here again, I'm going to give you one pass. But if I ever have to come up here again, I will go to the Board of Education. After that, my daughter came back the next day and said, oh, my teacher is so nice to me. I said, I bet she is, but I did go. And I tell people in my book, if your child is telling you something, do not let it go on. They may be embellishing, they may even be wrong, but at least as a parent, go check it out. Don't ignore it.
Yeah, because that's how they are seeing what is happening. And
Yeah.
again, going back to our children, our 2 eldest were, and I was on the board of this particular school.
Wow.
My two eldest children had teachers not treating them well. And I
Right.
did my due diligence as well. And I actually kind of spied on these teachers without them realizing. Because
Good.
it's not that I didn't believe my children,
Yeah,
right?
but you just wanted to see
I could
what
see
do
the
they
effects
mean
it was
by
having
not treating them
mentally,
right?
physically, and everything. And,
Mhm.
and and I believed them, but I needed the evidence. And sadly, back then,
Yeah.
well, actually, this is before we even had mobile phones. Shh, don't tell. So I didn't have something to film
Yes.
the evidence.
Right. Right.
Right.
Of
Now, those
course. Of
teachers
course.
didn't know I was spying on them. They, because of
Right.
how the doors were built with this glass, and I could see, I could stand in a spot where I could see
But
my
they couldn't see
children,
you.
and they
Right.
couldn't see me. And
Wow.
you know, I confronted them. I confronted the school, the principal and everything, and I was on the board. In the end, I actually took my children out and homeschooled them
Yes. Yeah.
because they it was a private school, and they wouldn't do anything about it, even though I'd witnessed it. And
Right.
I said, this is I had promised myself from a very early age, if ever a teacher speaks to my children the way teachers spoke to me when I was at school, I would take them out and homeschool them. And that's
Wow.
exactly what I did. And
Amazing.
in fact, my pediatrician for the kids, especially the second one who had become anorexic due to the trauma, um,
Yes.
said to me a couple of months after I'd taken them out, said, "This is the best thing you ever did for your children, particularly this one." He had gone from anorexic to thriving again. And they were
Wow.
smart, intelligent kids. And
Yes.
the eldest, for example, has a hip. He's quite deaf, has eyesight problems. He's dyslexic like I am. And these teachers are telling him he'd never amount to anything and all this stuff. He is a sign writer. He's a
Wow.
good sign writer.
That's
And
amazing.
he gets people all around this country, all around Australia, wanting him to do work for him.
Wow. That's amazing.
But that trauma is still there for him, and for our other second son, who's also all our kids are doing very well, actually.
Yeah.
And they put the effort in. I'm not the best homeschooling mum,
Right.
but I helped them to set up a schedule.
Yeah.
I said, this is the work you have to do. You can take this amount of time to do it, or you can take all week to do it, but you have to get
Right.
it done.
Absolutely.
They were smart kids. They got it all done within 2 or 3 days. And had the time. They didn't have
Hey,
the
but
waste.
that's the flexibility that you have in homeschooling. My brother, Dr. Wortham, he homeschooled, his wife homeschooled all of their children. They have their last one. They've all gone to college. They're doing amazing things. I only homeschooled my daughter for like 2 years, and then I put her in school. And then I wished I homeschooled her because she picked up so much stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, they pick up so many things from their friends and stuff. So but yes, I homeschooled her for 2 years, and then I put her in school, but I was like, wow. I would have probably homeschooled her a few more years, had I known better.
Yeah. Look, hindsight's a wonderful thing. There's a lot of things I would have done differently if I'd known better as well. Now, but Linda, see, you also, this amazing woman, guys, we have this new vertical in our business. And Linda said it, and the only reason I'm bringing this up, right, is she said at the beginning of this, right, that she doesn't like change. Well, for someone who doesn't like change, she has picked up this new vertical that is not as easy for us to get down under. It's not on our website, so we have to go back office way. I still haven't figured out how to do it, but anyway.
I'm sure they'll show you, because it's definitely available to everyone in every country because it's digital. So
But that's exactly right. It's just not there for us to get easy access. We have to go at a different way because we aren't in the
Yes.
US, and that's fine. I just haven't worked it out yet, but I financially can't afford to do it yet.
Get on it.
I'm
Get on it,
learning.
girl.
I'm still learning. Like this is what I love about our business is we can still learn about these things until we get to the point that we can do it. Anyway, so this new vertical, which has only been around what, just over 12 months, actually might only be 12 months.
Yeah, it's about a year because I was part of the beta group. So it's about a year and a few months. Yes.
Yes, but not available to everyone till about a year ago. But anyway,
Yes.
it is our trading side. So guys, I know there are a lot of people out there who not interested in their health. Why, I don't understand, but you need good health to trade, to keep that right. But we have people who love trading. And, of trying to find ways to, because it's very confusing. Trading is very confusing. And it's something I've always been interested in, but I've never had quite the dollars. Well, actually, I did try once, but anyway, I got messed up. But that was a long time ago, many years ago. But anyway, so for someone who doesn't like change, she took this new vertical, our 8-minute trader, I think it was.
Yes.
Oh, I think you did the max indicator as well, because that was what
It's all the same. It's all part of the same thing. It's all trading. Yep. Max indicator, 8-minute trader, rev trader. It's all the same. Yep. It all comes together.
Yeah. So Linda, share with us this girl who doesn't like change, how she went from, well, I'm going to try this, to being the #1 female trader in our industry. So
yes,
tell us that story.
So, oh my gosh. So I love trading. So when our company, Youngevity is amazing. It acquires many different companies that may be distressed or just may be a great opportunity for Youngevity to continue to impact the world with Dr. Wallach's message in health and wellness. And so they ended up acquiring a vertical called, well, it's trading, but it's called the 8-minute trader. That's what they've named it now. And what intrigued me about it, first of all, I knew about it a few years ago. Like you said, about 10 years ago, someone brought it to me, but they weren't a teacher. But one of my mentors in business, Dr. Louis Ariaza, said something is coming. And I knew if he was involved with it, he is an excellent teacher. So when it came out that it was trading, I was blown away. I was like, what? We are going to have Forex trading and we're going to be trading the Dow Jones and NASDAQ. What? I couldn't believe it. But knowing Dr. Lewis and the teacher, they taught us like a 5th grader. All the information is like a 5th grader. You just got to listen to it. And so I did it, and they asked me to be part of the beta group because I used to be a teacher, so you can look for some things. Okay, can you understand this? Does this make sense? Within 2 weeks, Bronwyn, I was trading real money within 2 weeks. After practicing on a demo account, watching the video trainings that teach you like you are a novice, I was trading real money. And they just taught us, they trade with us. We have a challenge right now, $500, because this is compound interest. We invest $500 and we're going to all trade together. We have a coach, Coach Davis, and it'll take us in 4 months to $576,000 in 4 months, just starting with $500. Huh?
I need that. But $500 US dollars is almost 1,000 Australian.
Yes. So $500 when you invest it over and over and over again, and we trade it together. It doesn't start until next Monday, but it's called the $500 challenge. And I think that most people have $500 to invest into their future, to really see and to be a part of it. And so I just looked at Coach Davis. He is amazing. He has done very well. They curtail what my words are that I can say about it, but he's done very well in 11 months. Just say he's got a 6-figure income in 11 months. And so with Sal and Vanessa, Dr. Lewis, Evalia, all of the great leaders, Coach Mo, Ryan, Dr. Check, Tim, all of these great people who come together and they teach you. They're answering questions all day long. Sometimes I got to mute my phone. I'm like, y'all, stop talking. But it's because you need help and you're like, oh, I'm not sure what to do. And oh my gosh, the technical people who are help desk, they're there to help you. I'm like, look, I don't know what to do. They get on a Zoom with you one-on-one and say, here, let me take over your computer, and they fix everything for you and you're all set up and you're ready to go. And it's amazing. And it's just an opportunity. Like you said, I don't know why people wouldn't want to get their health right. Ask Steve Jobs. He focused on his billions of dollars and he's gone, the founder of Apple. I'm sure he'd give all that money to have his health back. So my health is first. That's why I'm 54 and people think I'm like in my 40. Like I took my daughter to lunch the other day and they're like, that's your daughter? Oh my gosh, you don't. I'm like, I'm like 90 for life, baby, 90 for life, so you got to take your supplements, but then you want to be financially healthy. And this is a wonderful way to do it. We're tapping into the current currency of the world. It's funny you say that because one of the currencies we do is GBP AUD, the Great British Pound and the Australian dollar. And It's a wonderful way to make money. And so it has been an incredible journey. Yes, they gave me the honor of being the top female trader, and really I'm the top trader. They just accentuate that I'm a female. So but being the top female trader of the company, it has been such an honor, but it's only because I embraced the teachings, the videos, and I said I can do it. And now they've now upgraded the technology. Like now you just look at the screen, it says buy, you make money. It says sell, you make money. It says it right on the screen. So it's very rudimentary so that you can really understand it.
It's a one grader system.
Right. I'm just saying,
dyslexic people like me could even probably figure out.
You could, I promise you, because even with dyslexia, if you just go over they're not asking you to read it. All you got to do is listen to it and take notes, and they're giving you the visual on the screen. So and you may have to look at it 2 or 3 times, but guess what? I'm not dyslexic and I had to look at it 2 or 3 times each video so that you can understand it. But if you're looking to elevate your finances, we've got the health, we got the greatest doctor in all the world, we've got the products. But if you want to elevate your finances and you want to tap into something that is extraordinary, this is the opportunity. And I love the things about Youngevity is that they have many verticals that you can find pick your passion. Listen to what people are telling you. They'll tell you what they're like, oh my gosh, I'm financially strapped, I want to do more. Well, you don't need to be talking to them about 90 for life when they're talking about their finances and they're in trouble, and they're talking about they're getting evicted and they need money. That you say, okay, we can we'll get to your health after that, but they've got a pressing need, and we need to make sure that we're speaking to people's listening and hearing what they need so that we can absolutely use Youngevity as a tool to fill in any gap in anyone's life, because we got time freedom, we've got financial freedom, we have health freedom, we have all of the things that most people are looking for. We've got it right here at Youngevity. So I love that.
Yeah, without it making any health claims or financial claims.
That's right.
Of course, there are everyone's situation is different.
Absolutely.
And everyone knows.
That's why we do disclaimers. We let people know we're not telling you we cure anything. We're not telling you you're going to make this amount of money. We're saying that this could be an opportunity for your life. Check it out. See if it makes sense to you.
Exactly right. It's just to me an easier way into a difficult door.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And Youngevity
can be difficult for some people.
Yes.
Finances can be very difficult In fact, finances is probably more difficult for most people than health.
I know. Well, they focus more on it, but it's their health too. Because I know people, they've got lots of money and their health is in trouble. So, what is your wealth without your health? But what is your
Exactly
health
right.
without your
Well,
health?
the statistics show, and Doc Wallach
Yes.
has shared this on my chats with him a few times. But statistics show that millionaires, billionaires die on average at the age of 66. And I think, and
Yes, that's
wow,
correct.
what is the point of having all that money if you don't have your health?
Look, Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, billions of dollars, died. He was like 52 years old, gone.
And then
So,
Bruce Lee, look at Bruce Lee,
yep,
32,
exactly.
only
32. Or you could look at, I mean, there's so many. He played basketball for the Celtics. I can't think of his name. He was 27. I mean, these are people, and he had millions of dollars. He was the top athlete. Reggie Lewis, that was his name. Reggie Lewis of the Boston Celtics died at 27. But he had a dream team of cardiologists, and they were supposed to save him. They killed him. And then it turned out that the head of the doctor's team, the dream team of cardiologists, he had the same problem Reggie Lewis did, and he died a year later. You're like a guinea pig for the doctors. So they're just, that's why they call it practice medicine, practical, because they're practicing on you. And so we've got to look at how was the body designed. And if you understand that, you know that when it has everything it needs, it has the power to heal itself.
Exactly. And that's the key, is giving it what it needs. Sorry.
Giving
and eliminating what it doesn't need.
I know. And sometimes
way too many people do that. If you can take all the supplements in the world, but if you are still putting in the things that you shouldn't, you're just pooping out, very
the good stuff. Yes, you're either urinating it out or pooping it out.
And and that's what people say to me. Oh, it's just expensive wee or poo. And I said, well, of course it is, if you aren't eliminating the bad foods so your body can absorb it. If your body can absorb it, if you're still, you can't out supplement a bad diet.
Absolutely. And one of the things that's so important is that give us 90 days. You're going to see a difference. And now you keep it manageable for people. You don't want to say, okay, you got to do this for the rest of your life, which you do. But once you see those results within those 90 days, you're going to want to keep doing it because you're feeling great. You're feeling amazing. You're energized like never before.
Energized bunny.
Yes, exactly. And whatever it is that you're dealing with, that it gets better and better and better and better. Well, who would want to stop after that? People just need to know that the results, most people say, okay, I can give you 90 days. But in 90 days, I have so many people that just say, oh, no, I need that stuff. Where's that stuff? I need that. So.
Exactly right. And look, and granted, some people need more than 90 days.
No, it's not that you have done so much damage. Yeah, but it's not that you'll be done in 90 days. It's saying you're going to see an improvement within 90 days. I'm not saying, oh, in 90 days, you're going to be completely healed or anything. No, we're saying that you're going to see things begin to get better within 90 days. Within 90 days, you're going to see some results. You're going to see something happen. If you follow the good food, bad food list, take the supplements, you are going to see something. I've never seen anyone that went past 90 days and they didn't see anything happen. Something is going to happen within those 90 days. We say, give us 90 days. Not that it'll be over. It says, give us 90 days. And within that 90 days, whatever you're dealing with is going to get better in some way. You're going to see a level of improvement. And I've seen it over and over the past 15, 16 years. There's never been a time that somebody didn't follow the good food, bad food list, take the supplements, that within 90 days, something happened. They got more energy. Maybe they had their knee was hurting and all of a sudden their knee got better. there's something that's going to happen within that 90 days. I've never seen it go past 90 days. And people are like, well, nothing happened. Never, never.
The only people that have ever said that to me are people who refuse to give up the bad foods.
Yes. Yeah. Well, if you don't follow the protocol, then yes. But that's why I said, if you've done the good food, bad food list, you've taken the supplements, you're going to see some sort of improvement within the 90 days. You're going to feel better. You're going to look better. Your skin is going to brighten up. All of these things happen in a very short period of time. Like Dr. Wallach will say, Dr. Wallach will say, well, they're like, well, when will I see something? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but you must follow. It doesn't mean it's over. It just means you're going to feel something different because the supplements are going to begin to build up in your system. And I'm a believer of it. That's why I've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
And was able to quit my job as a school teacher within about a year of doing it. It might have been 6 months. 6 months, I quit my job. Do not try this at home, but I quit my job within 6 months. And it changed my life forever. I gave Youngevity, everything I got. So,
yeah. And that's the key. That's the key. Some people expect things to change, but they don't change themselves.
Oh, that's good. Yes. You want things to change, but it all starts with you. There is no change without you. And if you don't change you got to realize that if you don't, first you got to decide who you really want to be and then go for it. Make those changes to adapt and to go to the place you want to be. See yourself the way you want to be, and then begin to adapt those changes to the person that God has made you to be. And, energy is not bought or taught, it's caught. So having an energized feeling about who you are, a passion and a purpose about what you want to do and who you want to become. So important.
Absolutely. And what a great way to start the new year. We all want to be energized at the beginning of the year. We all want to, most people have you sitting down over these last couple of days, over the holiday break, working on their goals or dreaming big and, oh gosh, if only I could do this, only I could do that. Well, guys, here's a way. Linda and I have just shared, Linda in particular, have shared a few different ways you can do that. And the change starts with you. Your attitude needs to change as well. And, guys, we'd love to chat with you. So if you want to make the change, whether it's your health, your wealth, or just any change, let us help you find your passion, and we will help you achieve what it is you are willing and wanting to change. That's what a great way, like I said, what a great way to start the year. And I look forward to seeing what everyone's, I'm challenging you. Sit down, dream big, write your big goals, set something really big that you really, really way out there. Is it too impossible? Some people think, oh, well, I really want to be earning X amount of dollars every month, by the end of 2023. So what if it is? What do you want to earn by the end of 2023? What would it take every month for you to be able to survive and live? And if you want, quit your job. And there's a lot of people out there. I know way too many people who actually don't have a job. Well, guys, give this all a go, and you can dream big too. You can dream big as well.
That's good,
Write
Bronnie.
Write it down, and let Linda and I will help you break it down.
I love it. Write it down and we'll help you break it down. That's good. That's a good motto for 2023. I'll tell you, I wrote down, like, one of the things that my coach told me. He said, you need to write down the amount of money. I've been doing this every day for a few months now that you want to make. And you got to write it 100 times, 100 times, not just once, not just writing down a frivolous goal. Whatever the goal is that you want to achieve, 100 times every day. And I wrote this bodacious astronomical goal. And I kept saying to myself, I don't know how I'm going to do that, but And through the vertical of trading, after, and I mean, it was huge. It was, I mean, it was definitely a huge goal. And within 1 week, I achieved the goal. 1 week after writing it for like several weeks and months. 1 week, I just put my mind to it and I was able to achieve that financial goal within 1 week. So I challenge you, like you said, write the goal down, but say you want a new vacation home, write that 100 times.
You might want a vacation home to start with.
Huh?
You might want one just to start with.
Yes, exactly. So you have a financial goal, write it down, write it right at the top. And I, Linda Tyler, am open to receive God's blessings. And I'm here to serve humanity and others, you know, giving them all I've got to help them achieve and be the best version of themselves. And then I put an amount of money, and within 1 week, I was able to achieve that goal after about 2 months of writing my goals down 100 times every day. I put the date at the top, and no, you can't do it on your computer. No, you can't just think about it. You must write it down. There's something magical that happens when you put a pen to paper, get a journal, get a tablet, and begin to write your goals down. And you can start with one goal and just write it 100 times every single day. And begin. I want great health. I want my health to write it down 100 days. Say every day, I'm getting better and better every day in every way. Say that every day and begin to see the manifestation of your goals and dreams like never before.
And let's make 2023 God's year, because 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. God's number. 7. So it's going to be a blessed, glorious year. And guys, with that, I think I just think we might come to a close right now. But I'm going to have Linda back again. Tell me if you love her back again. If she's willing to come back again, I would love to have
anytime, Bronnie. Thank you so much. You're such a blessing, and how you impact the world is amazing. So anytime you'd like me to come back, I'm back.
And hopefully no more burst water mains in your house.
No, the insurance company is coming this week, thank God, to fix all that stuff. So
awesome. So anyway, guys, with that, look, go back and watch this over and over and over again. Grab hold of Linda and I, and like I said, write those goals as big as you want, and we'll help you break it down. And so with as I say here in Bronnie's World, I ask you all really nicely to stay safe, stay informed, guys, and be empowered, because being informed actually makes you empowered. And listen, right? And when you've got great friends like Linda Tyler, who can help you break down those goals to, you know, monthly, 6 monthly, weekly, hourly, you know, between us, we can help you do that. You too will be powerful, beautiful, brilliant, and most definitely very brave. And Linda, thank you so much for coming into Bronnie's World. God bless you.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. God bless you all. And we'll catch you again here tomorrow in Bronnie's World. So I hope for Tip Tuesday, you got lots of tips out of Linda's. Should I ask you before we shut, if you could capsulate what you said, you know, 2 or 3 tips for Tip Tuesday before I shut us off.
Sure. Okay. Believe in yourself and believe in your potential. You have greatness within you, but it all starts with you. If you don't believe it's possible, you know, all things are possible to those who believe. So if you believe it's possible, guess what? It is possible. And you got to know that you are a special gift to the world, and you need to treasure yourself. Know that you are this blessing to the world. And guess what? No one can be a better you than you. Everyone else is taken. So you want to be the best version of yourself. And let me tell you something, you got to do this because it's so essential to your success. You've got to take action. Take action. You know, If you don't take action, nothing can be done. Faith without works are dead. You may have faith, you want to believe, achieve, succeed, and be all that God has called you to be, but you've got to take action, and you can do that with faith. And one of the things that I tell a lot of people is you need to clear the clutter. Let the past go. 2022 is gone. You need to clear the clutter, get rid of what's unnecessary, clean up your house, clean up your room. You may say, Linda, oh my gosh, my house is a wreck. You know what I say? Do one little piece at a time. Go and say, okay, you know what? I'm just going to clean my powder room today from top to bottom. I'm just going to go in my office and I'm just going to clear off one shelf in my office, and then go away and then come back maybe an hour later and say, okay, I'm going to clear off another shelf. You don't have to tackle it all at once, because if you do that, you'll discourage yourself. But you need to clear the clutter, not only mentally, but also around you. They say a cluttered mind does nothing, but a cluttered room, if you have clutter all, in your bedroom or whatever, just pick a little corner and begin to do that. And before you know it, by the end of the day, you have cleared up the clutter. Don't go to bed. When you wake up, make your bed up. If you say, oh my gosh, I can't make up my bed, throw the covers up over the pillow. Don't leave things in disarray, because if you do, then your money's going to be in disarray, your health is going to be in disarray, your finances, your family. No, don't leave things in disarray. So clear the clutter and you will see the greatest success of your life in 2023. And I leave you with this last tip, which should have been first. Keep God first, place in your life, and guess what? He will give you all the desires of your heart.
Oh, amen, amen. And with that, we will say goodbye for another day here in Bronniesville. Thank you, Linda. God bless you all. And
God bless you.
Catch you tomorrow.